Let's consider a simple website here called as www.yoursite.com. Now this website has a simple products page here, and this products page is visited by regular visitors to buy products. Now in order to increase revenue, the company decides to run a marketing campaign by providing discounts on its products. So what they do is basically they introduce one more page on their website called as the discount page. They hire a SEO who helps them to register this page on various search engines like Bing, Google, Yahoo, Rediff, etc. Now in some days time, the page gets registered on various search engines and the discounted page starts getting direct hits from the search engines. Now after some days, the company decides that it doesn't want to continue with its discount thing, so it basically wants to remove the discounts page. Now while the company wants to stop the discount campaign, they do not want to lose the direct hits which they are getting from this discount page. Now they have two options for this. The first option is that basically they can copy the data what is there of the products page to the discount page, or the second thing is they can provide a response.redirect to the products page. Now the first option, that is basically copying the products page to the discount page, copying the products page data on the discount page, can be a problem. Why? Because the search engines can penalize for duplicate contents. It's very much possible that the discounted page, which has now been listed into various search engines like Bing, Google, Yahoo, Rediff, etc., they can get delisted. So that would really completely make your SEO marketing effect zero. Now the second option is again a problem. The option where we discussed about using response.redirect rather than copying the contents of the products page to the discounts page. Why it is a problem? Let's take this instance. Let's say that the search engine has come to a website and it probably wants to crawl all your pages and wants to index them. So it goes and it sends a HTTP GET or a POST request to your discount page saying that he wants to crawl the data of discount page. Now the discount page has a response.redirect statement. So what it does is it sends out a HTTP 302 status to the search engine. Now this HTTP 302 status has a lot of meanings for the search engine. The HTTP 302 status says to the search engine is that the discounted page has been redirected temporarily to the products page. So in other words, what the search engine expects is that next time when he comes to crawl to the discount page, he's going to expect some kind of data, or he's going to expect that the discount page should not do any more redirect. Now if the next time when the search engine comes and if he finds a redirect, then probably it will penalize you for duplicate contents. So in other words, the response or redirect is really not a way to solve this current problem, where you want the users of the discount page to be preserved, and as well as you want that the data to be redirected to the products page. The solution to this is to use response.RedirectPermanent. So let's try to demonstrate the same theory what we have discussed till now using a sample project. So what I've done over here is I've basically created a simple project here using Visual Studio 2010. And I have created two pages here. One is the redirect page.aspx and the other one is a webform1.aspx. And what we'll do is, from the webform1.aspx, we will redirect to the redirect page.aspx using three ways. One is by using response.redirect. So you can see that I have a button here which basically will use the response.redirect statement. The other button will use the response.RedirectPermanent statement. And in case you have, the old ASP.NET, let's say that you want to do a response.RedirectPermanent using the old ASP.NET way, then I have an old button over here also to show that how to do it. So basically what we'll be doing is, from this webform1.aspx, we'll be redirecting to the redirect page.aspx using three methodologies. And what we'll do is, we will also run a small sniffer to see that how the HTTP status code actually works internally. Now, if you go to each of these buttons, for example, if I go to response or redirect, so you can see that, basically I'm using the response or redirect statement. If you go to the response or redirect permanent button, you will see that I'm using the response or redirect permanent statement. So in order to do the response or redirect permanent, you have to use the redirect permanent function of the response object. Now in case you have old ASP, in case you are using ASP.NET 3.5 or 2.0, what you can do is you can set the response.status manually, and you can use the response or redirect location. It will have the same effect as you have for response.RedirectPermanent. So what we'll do is now let's run this project and let's try to use a HTTP sniffer, to see that what actually happens internally. How are those HTTP status code exchanged between the browser as well as the web server. So here's my application which is running, and you can see that there are 3 buttons over here as we have discussed in our sample code. Now what I'll do is I'll go and I will run my HTTP sniffer here. So this HTTP sniffer will basically tell me how the exchanges of messages are taking place between the browser as well as my ASP.NET web server. So let me just go to debug program, and basically let me just go to Firefox and say run and debug. So basically now this HTTP sniffer is basically attached to my website. If you want, you can download the HTTP sniffer from www.xibl.com. That's where I've got it from. So basically it's a free software, and it's a really nice software which helps you to detect what kind of message data has been exchanged between your web server and your browser. So what I'll do is first I will click on the response.redirect statement. You can see that once we have basically clicked on the response.redirect statement, you can see that on the HTTP sniffer you can see that we have got a 302 status, which means that basically that this page has been shifted temporarily. So it's a temporary shift. So what happens is the search engine basically thinks that must be that the next time when I come to crawl this page, I should be getting some kind of data on this page. And in case it doesn't get it, it's possible that the search engine can put up a penalization on the site stating that that this is a duplicate content. Now what I'll do is now that we have done the response or redirect, let's go and click on response or redirect permanent. So if I go to the HTTP sniffer, you can see that now the time we have used response or redirect permanent, it has a 301 moved permanently message. So what it says is that basically any kind of redirection which which happens on this page is permanent, and basically the search engine can update its listing by directly providing the end page URL. That means your response.redirect page URL rather than the first page. So over here basically what happens is the search engine updates its database with the new page name and removes the old page from the URL. So anybody who comes to the old page, what it will do is it will check its mapping and it will directly come to the new page URL. And the very important point is that the search engine will not penalize you for duplicate data. Why? Because now we have already said that basically this is a permanent redirect. In the same way, we had a third button over here basically which was using the old version of in case you are using 3.5 version. So you can use the response.status command to provide the 301 message manually. So even if you click this, you will get the same kind of output which you have got for the first message, the first respond or redirect permanent message. So you can see that basically again the same thing over here, that it provides a 301 moved permanently status code to the search engines or to the browser. So that's all about response or redirect permanent. So in other words, specifically if you have a page which is already having a lot of hits and you are thinking about modifying that page with some new page name, it's better to do a response or redirect permanent rather than doing a response or redirect, because it will affect your SEO listing, and it will also affect basically the current page listing into the search engines. So I hope that this tutorial was useful, and we'll see more such ASP.NET 4.0 features in the coming up videos. Thanks for it.